Hey, good morning to you and happy Friday. It's actually also April 1st, start of a new month. And April 1st, April Fool's Day, which means, well, most of the time we can't trust a lot of the headlines we see to begin with, and today is going to be a lot worse, and people are going to pull different puns from that, which I actually find rather annoying. So this is David here with you, where I talk about balancing the triad, body, mind, and spirit. You work on those three elements and improve your health, wellness, and fitness. And for me, I didn't know full well, let me go backtrack just a little bit. By the time I started working on all three elements and the time I figured out I was working on all three, it was about 15 years, but I didn't quite know the impact. That was until a few years after that realization, I had to deal with cancer. Week one was a biopsy with complications. Instead of waking up in recovery, it was ICU with a bunch of tubes coming out of me. But my reaction to waking up in ICU was okay. Week two, cancer diagnosis, which I kind of felt coming on, and more complications. Week three, 8-hour surgery, about a week in the hospital. And even after that, my first follow-up, when I took the splints out of my nose, tumor was in my sinus, by the way, they hit a nerve and I passed out. And it's like, okay, no big deal. So I actually handled it all pretty well, fairly easily. And it was looking back that I realized that. So thus I found out there really is a lot of benefit to working on your body, mind, and spirit. So I'm sharing those different ideas with you. So here we are on April 1st. And for a lot of people, the New Year's resolutions they did, if they did them, are done and gone. They finished them up, but that's okay. So, making sure I got the title written down here for it. So it's the start of a new month. Set or refresh your goals and your plan to achieve them. That's what we do, because a lot of times people think they have to start at the beginning of a month or a new year or a week to start on new goals. And that's really not the case. You can start those anytime, surprise, surprise. Now, in full transparency, a lot of times for myself, if I start a new training program for lifting weights, exercising, I will start usually on a Monday, because the programs are designed per week. So you got to figure that in. However, if I'm even before then, I'm doing something. I'm not doing nothing. There's been times I've gone through, it's like, okay, I'm really not enjoying the routine I'm on. I got hurt, I take a break. So I am playing around. I'm doing something before I start the new routine up. Other than that, if I want to start a meditation program or just my meditation, I start it no matter what. Eating, no matter what. A lot of times, most of the stuff I don't start. Now, I used to. I definitely used to do that. But it got me a little trial and error, a little sorts, and just kind of realized it's just a mental game. It's just a mind game saying, oh, I think I need to start on a Monday. However, for those of you that need a little help like that, here it is on Friday, the first of the month. You got the weekend to kind of plan things out, and then you can start up on Monday and get her going. So a couple little steps on that is just go through and figure out what you want. That's the main thing, is figure out what is it you want, and then start figuring out a plan to do it. And actually write the plan out, type it out, whatever. Don't leave it up in here. It's more likely you're not going to follow through with it as well as if it's written out and you got things scheduled. You got to figure out when you're going to do things, when you're going to time them out, what the days are. It makes it much easier that way when you actually have a plan to follow, written out, displayed out, versus just up in your head. And with that, you want to make sure, and the plan's not so detailed out. Well, there's two sides to this. One is you can spend so much time planning that you never do, which isn't going to do any good. If all you do is plan out, it doesn't do you much good until you actually put it into action. And the other aspect is you can make it so complicated and detailed that you either don't follow it, or you make it so strict where if something goose up during the day, you throw everything else out the window. I don't advise either of those. I think you should have a pretty good idea of what you're going to do and allow for some flexibility, allow for things to be adjusted and changed. If you're going to take this time for exercise, but either the alarm went off late, something happened where you got derailed, okay, can you cut your workout in half and at least do something, or plan for it later in the day, or start up again tomorrow? If you plan on eating really healthy, something happened in the morning, but you get to plan your lunch, you're going to go out to eat, can you make bad choices? Or you choose to fast and wait until dinner. So there's the main thing is you want to allow for what obstacles may come up. That's part of it, is knowing for what obstacles come up and how you're going to handle them. But again, also just simply being flexible with it. So, but regardless, it's a new day, it's the start of a new month today, and you got the weekend to kind of plan things out. So make use of that. Go for it, kind of plan things out. What is it you want? Go write things out, go and just get it done. Plan for it. And if you want some help on that, I have in my Facebook group, there's a free training called Health and Wellness Journey 2.0. I just finished redoing it over last weekend because I went through it myself again. And as I was working through the process, I'm going, this doesn't sound right. I went through and rewrote a lot of different aspects to make it easier, more detailed, and I think you're going to like it. And if you want some help on that, I have in my Facebook group, there's a free training called Health and Wellness Journey 2.0. I just finished redoing it over last weekend because I went through it myself again. And as I was working through the process, I'm going, this doesn't sound right. I went through and rewrote a lot of different aspects to make it easier, more detailed, and I guess just overall, make sure it's a little better just to kind of to work out. Because I was going through the steps myself. Excuse me. As I was going through the steps myself, I realized I had some stuff left out. There's some stuff I didn't need in there. Damn it. And I just had to add some more things in to make it clear and understand what's going on. So that's just got to want to share with you today. It's okay. It's the start of a new month. Make use of it. Find out what, spend the time to, as I keep reiterating this over and over again, it's like, okay, yeah, figure out what you want. And as I'm kind of going through the book, I mean, you figure out what you want. Then then you want to work on doing a vision. What is that thing that's going to make you go, put yourself in experience, have a vision for that. That's going to draw you forward. And then from there, you're going to start figuring out ways to do it. What are the plans? What are the obstacles come up? Do you really want to do it? Are you ready and willing to go through it? What can bleed up? The accountability, your steps, your micro goals, and break a whole bunch of stuff down to help you in the process. So if you want some help on that, again, in the description, there's a link to my free Facebook group with free training. That's the guide section. In the guide section, you'll see that book in there, that startup guide in there, as well as some other trainings. So, all right, as I finish stumbling over my words a little bit here at the end, have yourself a great weekend. Enjoy yourself. Hopefully get outside, spend some time with friends and family, and we will catch you on Monday. So take care and balancing to you. Bye-bye.